Hey guys, Underground Geek here. I don't know about y'all, but I am dragging today. Had a long weekend, went to Wizard World Con. Very fun. Met Flash Gordon. Saw a lot of good art up there. I don't know if y'all ever been to a Wizard World Con. It's pretty big, but I've heard Dragon Con is bigger. And that was my first Wizard World. I thought it was fun. But anyway, put some parts on my car. I like muscle cars. I have a sports car myself, and I always like to tinker on it, so I add some parts to it, and it'll wear you out fast. I'm just go ahead and tell you that right now. But anyway, let's talk about what we're here to see. I just read the new Superman 30, a minute longer, and I got to say, I've liked almost every issue of this new Superman run from Rebirth. I like the fact that they got rid of the new 52 Superman without tarnishing him, so to speak. Because what they did was, he fought Doomsday and died, and then they didn't have the resurrection machine like they did in our regular Superman universe. So they introduced this Superman, which is a more seasoned Superman from Lois and Clark, so to speak, and he's got a family, he's got a wife, and he's got a kid, and that makes him more vulnerable and more interesting. It's called having a good plot, having a good background and story, something that Marvel does not understand because they keep getting these people that have no life experience and they don't know how people work. They don't understand humans. I don't understand why they can't get it, but they write people in a way that no one would ever act. No one can relate to their characters. But now I'm not saying all Marvel. I'm just saying the front runners, the ones that they try to promote. But anyway, this Superman is very interesting because in this storyline, he gets possessed by Parallax. So he's a Yellow Lantern, and his outfit kind of looks like Superboy Prime a little bit. And he's fighting Sinestro that is trying to capture Superboy Prime, or the Yellow Lantern here. It's pretty good story. Like when it starts out here, you start right into action, and that's what I like about a comic. But anyway, you've got two different covers that I've seen here. Both covers are pretty good. I like both of them. But let's see who worked on it, if it'll show me here. Okay, it was written by Keith Champagne, or Champagne, as some people say. But he's done a great job so far. I don't know if he's done the whole thing, but from what I've read, he's done good. The art's by Ed Benez and Tyler Kirkman, of course, and Philip Tan. All did a great job. The cover's by Doug Monkey with Jamie Mendoza and Will Quintana. And the variant cover's by George Jamez. It does a great job with Alejandro and Sanchez. Associate editor, Jessica Chen. Group editor, Eddie Berganza. But anyway, I really like this. This is part 2, so I guess there's going to be a part 3, obviously. Or maybe they're just going to end. I don't know. But usually they go like 3 or 4 parts from what I've seen. But anyway, this is Hopes and Fears. And we start out here and we get this. There's this epic falling to the earth that Superman and Sinestro are doing here. So you can tell, obviously, that they've been fighting since the last issue. And it's come to a head now, and Superman is smashing him into the earth like an asteroid. And as he's doing it, Parallax is talking, and he's talking about how he doesn't fear Sinestro anymore. We get a great scene where they smash into the earth. He's staying over him. He's got Parallax's teeth showing, and he thinks he's defeated him. And then you get to find out that Sinestro has only just started fighting. So he blasts the Parallax Superman. They get transported to another planet, Quad, I think is the way they say it. And this is a good homage to the old stories. And you have these weaponeer guys with their thunderbolts. They're attacking Superman. They were the plan all along was to capture him, get Parallax out of him, and then leave him dead, leave him to die. So Parallax tries the old breaking the horse deal here, where he tries to whip him into submission, literally. And that's when Parallax shows us his ability where he can actually swap through bodies. We saw that in the last issue. He can swap around different bodies at one time. So he's going through the Weaponeers. He's going through his sidekick lady here. And as he's doing that, we're getting to see the fears, what Superman really fears. You know, I love how they do this when they show the different timelines here. It's a little messy, but I can still understand what's going on. You know, it's not quite as bad as when Marvel does it, but it's a little messy. And then we get to a clear shot where he's fighting with his son, and he's obviously holding back and he's not wanting to fight, but John keeps attacking him, and you don't know if he's going to fight back or if he's going to let John kill him. But then we cut to where he's still trying to whip him into shape, and he's swapping through the bodies. It's very, very cool. I like the way they did it. And then finally he escapes, and they go after him. At the same time, Superman is trying to escape his confinements. And the fight keeps going on between Parallax and Sinestro, goes on and on. And I think Sinestro is really, he's going to end up losing. He's just not strong enough to fight him yet. And Superman has to step in. Superman defeats him by coercing him to let him capture him inside of the ring, Sinestro's ring. And he tells him he's going to take him to Mojo to where they can take care of him to keep him away from Sinestro. Very good story, very interesting. Though it's got, you know, it's actually got a plot, and people actually act like people with personalities. And then it ends with him giving a speech to the Weaponeer guys to fight back against Sinestro. And Superman's always been good at these speeches, but the whole time he's talking here, I couldn't help but think the whole time, you know what would be cool if Captain America actually acted like this guy. You know what I mean? Like, Superman is a symbol of hope, and to me, so is Captain America, and we really need to get Captain America back to giving these speeches and acting the way that Superman does. You know what I mean? You're able to relate to him more when that happens. But anyway, so he finally is able to get home from the help of the Weaponary guys and Weaponeers. And as he gets home, he just, you know, does what a dad does. He goes and sees his kid. His mom kisses his son on the head. He smiles, and then they go back to the room to where he can rest. I mean, it's the same thing as when it mimics when a dad goes to work and comes home in the afternoon late and sees his son. You know, he's proud of what he has. He's trying to protect it. Very human, okay? And how come they can make a Kryptonian act more human than someone can a World War II veteran? Okay, we need to think about this and why they're writing these people so bad, because this was actually pretty good. But yeah, I would definitely suggest this. Art-wise, let's talk about the art a little bit. I do like the art. It's not my favorite, but I do like it, and I like the fact that they drew his sidekick woman as a female. And she does have exaggerated proportions, and the men have exaggerated proportions. You know why? Because it's a comic book, and that's okay. The men are very muscular and lean, and the women are very voluptuous, we should say. And I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I like the way they draw Parallax. He seems like an actual spirit or something, you know. They can't see him, but he's holding on to Superman. Grasping onto him like an octopus or something, won't let go like a parasite, because that's what he is, Parallax. But yeah, it's good. Give it a read, guys. Check it out. Now, the only thing I would give this a down vote about is there's not enough fighting per se. Like there's fighting, but you only come into it after it's ending. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to see some punching and smacking and throwing, you know, that I know Superman and Sinestro can do. I wish there was a little bit more of that. The scenes are good. Some of them are a little choppy, but the art never really dips down. I like that. It stays solid all the way through. Marvel. And comparing this to some of the other comics I've just read, like I just read some Marvel comics, and I want to do reviews of them, and literally they drained my energy so much I just didn't even care. Like, let's see, the ones that I read were, let me pull it up here. Let's see. I read, oh yeah, Generation X. I read Generation X, because I want to see if it was any better than last issue. Totally forgettable, totally boring, nothing burger, so to speak. And then I went down through here and I read Hawkeye, Kate Bishop as we call her, and it was boring. I mean, I didn't even feel like doing a video on it. It's just so sad at this point that these issues just don't. I mean, they literally drain the energy out of you, and you don't even feel like reading them. I'm going to go through here and see if I can find some good ones. I've already done Edge of Venomverse and Venomverse videos, and so I'm starting to read more of the DC, trying to get caught up before this week comes out. But yeah, it's a low ball week this time. I mean, Superman is knocking them around like a redhead stepchild, and it's funny because it's like it's such a stark contrast to the way these comics are written, to where it almost seems like a kid is writing Marvel comics and grown-ups are writing DC comics. You know what I mean? Like the life experiences and stuff. It's literally like a bunch of infants doing high school art and writing stories and thinking, what would be cool if Captain America was a bad guy? It's so funny. But anyway, tell me guys what you think. Hit the thumbs up, hit the notifications button so you don't miss any of my videos, and have a great day. This is Superman issue 30.